There is still a considerable amount of time left before the 2026 FIFA World Cup kicks off. However, even before the first ball is kicked, the world's biggest football tournament has already become surrounded by intense controversy, concern, and political tension. A crucial question is now being raised. Will this World Cup remain purely about football, or will politics overshadow the entire tournament? At the center of this growing debate is former U.S. President Donald Trump, whose role has gradually fueled discussions about a potential World Cup boycott. The 2026 FIFA World Cup will be jointly hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico. It will be the first World Cup in history to be organized by 3 countries and will feature a record number of participating teams. Yet, ahead of this historic tournament, the political climate of the United States has emerged as a new source of discomfort for global football. A series of decisions by Donald Trump, including travel bans, threats of imposing tariffs on European nations, and aggressive statements regarding the Greenland issue, have created uncertainty among many countries. This has raised serious concerns about how safe and comfortable participating teams and officials would feel while traveling to and staying in the United States. Adding fuel to the fire was another controversial event. Last December, during the World Cup draw ceremony, FIFA awarded Donald Trump the FIFA Peace Prize. Given Trump's long-standing controversial stance on human rights and global peace issues, this decision sparked widespread criticism. Many questioned whether FIFA had ignored political realities in making such a move. From this point onward, discussions about a potential World Cup boycott began gaining momentum within the footballing world. The first major country to be mentioned in this context was 4-time world champions Germany. DFB Vice President Oke Gottlieb publicly stated that a boycott of the 2026 World Cup should be seriously considered as a protest against the policies of the Trump administration. His remarks immediately triggered strong reactions across Europe. Can football be used as a form of political protest, or should sports always remain separate from politics? This question ignited a fierce debate. However, after several days of discussion and criticism, the German Football Federation clarified its official position. The DFB announced that boycotting the 2026 FIFA World Cup was not under consideration. According to the federation, they believe in football's power to unite people and do not want that unity to be harmed for political reasons. In other words, while the initial comments were firm, Germany ultimately adopted a more moderate stance. Alongside Germany, several other European nations were also drawn into the boycott debate. France, the Netherlands, Belgium, and Denmark experienced internal discussions on the issue. The situation went particularly far in the Netherlands, where more than 100,000 people signed a petition demanding that the country withdraw from the World Cup. This public pressure had a noticeable impact on the football authorities. Nevertheless, the Dutch Football Federation eventually confirmed that they would continue with their plan to participate in the tournament. France echoed a similar position. French football officials stated that it would be premature to make a final decision about a boycott at this stage. According to them, political issues require separate solutions, and football should not be turned into a political weapon. Belgium and Denmark have also, for now, expressed their intention to take part in the World Cup. As a result, while Europe's major footballing nations have stepped back from boycott discussions, the overall situation remains far from calm. Outside Europe, however, 2 countries remain firm in their boycott stance: Iran and South Africa. Iran's frustration is particularly intense. Due to U.S. travel restrictions, several members of Iran's delegation have reportedly had their visas canceled. There are also allegations that the president of the Iranian Football Federation was denied entry into the United States. These incidents have further inflamed anger within Iranian football circles, and the country has not backed away from the idea of boycotting the World Cup. In South Africa, the issue has primarily emerged from the political arena. Various political parties and organizations have called for withdrawing from the World Cup in protest against U.S. policies. Although the South African Football Association has not yet made a final announcement, it is clear that the debate is intensifying. The most critical concern is that if these issues are not resolved, the overall atmosphere of the 2026 FIFA World Cup could be severely affected. Notably, the tournament's official activities are scheduled to begin on June 11th this year. Before that, the host nation, the United States, and FIFA will need to confront multiple diplomatic and political challenges. Otherwise, the largest World Cup in history may find itself overshadowed by controversy even before the competition begins, threatening to diminish the true beauty of the game. So, the ultimate question remains, will politics eventually step aside for football, or will football become yet another stage for global political conflict? Only time will provide the answer.